Coming to you live from the JRE Tobacco Aladino Mobile Studios, it's the Cigar Pulpit.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another sermon from the Cigar Pulpit. I'm the Bishop of the Burn, Nick, and today we are kicking off the Battle of the Budgets. Joining me on my left, we have my 635mm. We have Luke. How you doing?
Very good, Nick. Glad to be here.
Driving down from the hinterlands of Canada.
Not quite the hinterlands, but about a 7-hour drive anyways.
I mean, it's still Canada. It's
Yeah.
hinterlands dust.
Yeah.
And then on my right, we have Smoking Butts Dave. How you doing, Dave?
I'm doing great, man.
How
are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. You drove up from the hinterlands of Southern Illinois.
The bowels.
The bowels
of Illinois.
The bowels of Southern Illinois. Well, you both have answered the call. I told you that before this day is over with, you will be smoking 10 cigars. And neither one of you chickened out and said no.
I'm not going to lie. I thought about it.
I mean,
Like, I might not live through the day.
it's going to be a day, but we're going to marathon this. So for those of you listening to this, or watching it, just know that this episode, the next two, we're all filmed essentially back to back to back. Like we're going at it.
Excited and a little bit scared.
A little bit scared. So, all right. So let's explain the Battle of the Budgets. So I have in front of me in this wooden tray, we have 8 different cigars. We have 6 of each of them. That way, no matter what moves into the championship round, we have the cigars ready and prepared. Another person. I contracted out and I secured a fourth party, I guess, since there's 3 of us, to unband and label all the cigars with a number. The bands with the numbers are in these envelopes. So we have 2 groups. We're going to do 2 episodes where we do this. We're going to smoke 4 cigars at one time. We're going to light one, enjoy it a little bit, light the second, enjoy it a little bit, light the third, and so on. We're going to do 4, and then but by the end of that, we're going to have 4 cigars going at one time, and we'll be able to move between them and talk about them. And by the end of that, we're going to, with a series of different parameters, come up with a score for each cigar. At that point, our 3 scores will be totaled together, averaged, and that will be the final score for that cigar. Have I made everybody super confused?
I am definitely confused.
Oh, fuck. Well, this was your idea. So, Luke, why don't you tell everybody the parameters that we're going based off of?
We are going just for the basics of most cigars. Obviously, these are bulk cigars, are typically not going to be super rich or super complex, but we're going to go from the beginning stages, from its construction, so everything from its cap to its the condition of the wrapper, etc. The cold notes, foot smell, the draw, the cold draw prior to lighting it, and then we'll go into the experience with the burn time, the profile of the cigar, the general strength and body, which is to each their own, and then the complexity of the cigar. And after that, we get some final impressions on it and get down to a number from. We probably discussed that, but from 0 to 100, let's say.
Yeah, I think 0 to 100 is fair.
50 being a pass. You're going to the next grade.
Yeah, it does seem like cigar reviews tend to be 80 and above. Like, why does nobody ever
Yeah, maybe they're not worth it. It's when you go to a wine store, you'll see stuff anything above usually 92. You'll see on the wall, kind of bragging that it's in that parameter.
Yeah.
Where if you'd never advertise that a cigar is a 68.
Well, no, I wouldn't think so. But I mean, mathematically, it may add up to that, and it's I would say 60. It's kind of like grades in grade school. So what is it? 60 and below is an F. I mean, but a 70 something's a C, and C's get degrees.
C's get degrees, and we're talking about cigars that aren't designed necessarily. Might surprise us, but aren't.
It might, because in all fairness, all these cigars are $8 or less. So it's one of those things that all of these cigars they're priced at a decent point. I think for the most part, there may be only one cigar that I believe is under, or I should say, short filler. But even that, I'm not entirely sure. I haven't looked it up. But
even mixed.
Even mixed. But like, I do know that there are long filler cigars in and amongst this. So these are legit. Which I guess I probably should announce. Well, you know what? I'll wait on naming the cigars because obviously we have them in the envelopes, and I don't want to taint this too much. I don't want somebody thinking, oh, they're smoking that, and then never mind, whatever. Bottom line, so we have this, and we're going to score it and everything. Again, we have what the cigars are in these envelopes, but then in this, I have the sequence of what is in what group. And so for today, Group A is going to consist of cigars 2, 5, 6, and 8. Now, that will all make sense to you later in the show when I announce what cigars 2, 5, 6, and 8 are by opening up this sealed envelope and telling and revealing to all of us what 2, 5, 6, and 8 are. So I guess we'll go ahead and start with cigar number 2. And getting cigar number 2. Oh God, cigar number 2 going. We'll go from there. And then,
thank you, kind sir.
We will, we'll go from there. And like I said, we'll fire this thing up, smoke it a little bit, give some thoughts on it. Maybe come up with our score if we want to do that now, or do we want to wait until we have all 4 going and then score them all at that point, or do we want to score them as we go?
Probably as we go.
I would think that would be easier.
Agreed.
Okay.
Sure.
Then we'll score them as we go. And then at the end of this, we will look at what cigar of the 4 that we're doing, 2, 5, 6, and 8, is the top cigar of the day. And then that will move on to the championship round, which will be the final of the 3 episodes that we do. So, I guess what that means is that it is time to cut the cigar, and the official cutting is brought to you by 2guyscigars.com. That's the number 2guyscigars.com. 2 Guys have been around for 40 years, and they are the trusted name in the cigar industry. Everybody knows 2 Guys, but if you don't, please give them a try. You won't be sorry. Family owned and operated, 2guyscigars.com does the very best to provide a great selection, fair prices, and excellent customer service. So head on over to 2guyscigars.com for your next cigar purchase and tell them that the Cigar Pulpit sent you. And remember, that's the number 2guyscigars.com. And with that, it's time to go ahead and cut the cigar. So, go ahead and cut this guy, get it going, and, and we can, discuss amongst ourselves.
I can't wait.
I know. So,
Very excited.
It's tough job, but someone's got to do it, right?
That's right.
I mean, somebody does, because we need to know, in this day and age, in this tough economic time, we need to know what cigars we can smoke at a good, reasonable price. So, while we fire up this first cigar, why don't we listen to the greatest commercial that we've ever heard?
Some say cigars are all the same. It's just not true. It's you I have to blame.
Well, I don't know, 'cause what I know, there is a cigar called Aladino
Corojo. Aladino Corojo. Aladino Corojo. They say authentic, so we're not confused, while the others say it's a word that's just abused.
I guess that's so, they can't compete. At least I'm sure Aladino can't be beat.
Corojo. Aladino Corojo. Aladino Corojo. Aladino Cigars uses authentic Corojo tobacco from JRE Tobacco. This is the greatest commercial you ever heard. Yeah.
You know, I screwed up. We had pre-light stuff to accomplish before we did that. So I
haven't
coulda-
yet.
I haven't either, but I
haven't
mean,
either.
I'm saying we basically sat there and listened to a commercial when we could have been doing something, and I could have waited and played that later.
You
is
know
my
what,
point.
though?
So-
With the headset on, that is as sweet as
It kind of gave us time to take it in.
It's true. It's true. What about the headset being on?
The kazoo really comes in really nice.
There you go.
It does. It
You're
rings.
apparently a like ace kazoo player.
In Canada, we take it throughout high school.
See, we do the recorder here in the States.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd rather do the
I
kazoo.
play the bass
too,
and
yeah.
alto kazoo.
There's a bass and alto kazoo, huh?
Kazoo, yes.
I could believe that. You've got those dulcet tones. It was like, like, hey, baby, kind of thing. I could see you doing a bass kazoo.
So does a
You'd like
bass
me.
kazoo look like a milk jug or something like that? Is it
I ain't
just
gonna lie
nice
to you.
and
I'm
fat?
joking
Tapered
about the
at the
bass.
one end.
Oh,
I'm joking about the kazoo guys.
well, I'm sad.
Oh, shit.
Damn it.
All right. So, all right. Cigar number 2. Let's do our pre-light, kind of notes here. So, construction. Looking at the construction of this cigar, what do we think of the construction of the cigar?
Well, I must say it's got a. I don't know about yours, but mine's very tightly packed throughout.
Mine
It's,
is as well.
Yep.
Kind of rusticy. I mean, the wrapper looks nice, but
Very veiny.
yeah, nothing like super prominent. But yeah.
Just saying.
You would
Yeah.
notice that.
well,
of
yeah.
course. And then my cap's pretty nice. It's like-
I was gonna say the cap is nice. I mean, I did already obviously clip it, but it's a nice cap there, and it is. I mean, it's not perhaps the smoothest wrapper, but realistically, looking at the other cigars that we have going on here, it looks on par with all the rest. There's not one of the 4 that we've got for today that I would say looks more rustic than the other. I mean, is it as smooth as a $50 Davidoff or a Atabey or something like that? No, but it's I would say it's on par with your average $8 to $12 cigar
for
wrapper.
sure. For sure. I mean,
So-
as far as smell, it maybe it's just something mild, nothing that kind of comes off other than like a hay.
Hint of barnyard. I was gonna say
I was
slight.
going to say barnyard as well.
Bam. All right, so we're on par with that.
Yes.
So good. Now we can go ahead and light this guy up and get it going.
And I
Should
will
we-
say truly barnyard. There's like a hint of animal and hay.
Are you gonna say
the
there's
whole
poop?
shebang?
Are you gonna say there's poop?
Maybe a little bit,
Maybe slightly.
but like not. It doesn't smell like.
Well, it doesn't smell like shit,
this-
but like
Like the aura
the aura.
of the farm.
It's true. I just this is going to mean nothing to anybody that's not local, but I went to Eckert's the other weekend and picked apples.
Oh yeah,
And
I passed by there on my way in.
I'll tell you, folks, if you're not familiar, and I would sincerely doubt you are, Eckert's is essentially like, what if Walt Disney owned a farm? It's like a theme park. It's a farm that's essentially a theme park, and they don't, they do kind of have some kid rides, but it's, you get on the
like blow up.
yeah, you get on
stuff
the
and
wagon that takes you out
playgrounds.
into the apple orchard, and you pick apples, and then they come back and they charge you like $1 more per pound because you went out and did it. Even though it should be $1 less per pound because you went out and did it and they didn't have to hire somebody to do it. But
Right.
whatever, such is life. But yeah, it was fun. It was a good time.
Yeah, sounds like fun.
Yeah, it's nice. It's fall. You do that kind of fall stuff in the fall.
Yeah, did you
know?
save me any apples?
I have some apples in the fridge, but I don't have any of those apples.
Damn it, Nick.
I didn't buy a ton. Again,
Did you have pie?
they're more expensive.
Did you go pick like 2 apples?
6.
Oh, that's acceptable.
It's a little bag.
That'll work.
I picked a peck of apple.
Did you have any pie?
They had pie there. I did not have any pie there.
Good job.
I did have apple cider donut though.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got that going for me.
Apple cider donuts are amazing.
I will say, for anybody who gets triggered off of the sound of me lighting a cigar, this episode's not going to be a good one for you.
It's a super stereo.
I'm going to try my best to, light while other people are talking so that you don't hear me like doing the boop, boop, boop kind of noise in the microphone, but I can.
Well, speaking of apples,
okay.
This year, so I have a miniature orchard at home. I started about 6-7 years ago. And this year, the area we live in, basically it's a Great Lake Basin. Got my own apples, man.
Yeah?
It's a thrilling experience to pick your own apples and make your own pie.
I mean,
they kind of treat a table.
That would be nice. I don't have any fruit trees here at the house. Realistically, I don't know if I would want them because, I mean, here it's going to eventually attract like raccoons and, critters, and it's going to be a whole thing.
It'd be my yard.
But yeah, exactly.
I have a zoo.
You've got a freaking zoo. Every time I turn around, you've got another animal that's coming that you're adopting. You, on the other hand, you have a fairly decent amount of land.
Yeah, it's a larger property, but we have a lot of, I think I've been lucky. I haven't fenced it in yet or anything. It would take we have a lot of deer in the area, and if it would take one deer telling his buddies that there's apple trees there.
Oh, and you'd be
to probably destroy the orchard. So far lucky, but nothing as of yet. This old guy down the street told me to put get an old like radio from a resale shop or whatever, and just stuff in the corner somewhere and just leave it on really low on talk radio channel.
Yeah,
and they never come. But
really,
I think it'd be kind of weird to have just
a voice,
random stereo, and
a voice just going forever in the middle of your field.
Yeah, because they can hear from a distance, and it just appears maybe people are talking, so they don't come. Right?
It would be interesting. All right, so we've got this thing lit up.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, what's everyone thinking right off the bat? Did it light up well for you? How is it performing?
Mine was a little bit difficult to get going.
I had the same issue.
I did too. I've got one spot. If you look at the foot there,
yep.
There's one spot where it just doesn't quite seem like it wanted to.
Middle.
It didn't quite want to light well, and I'm just kind of seeing if it catches and goes as we go.
Once it gets going, everything seems to be going well. It's kind of a flakier little ash, and it's tons of smoke output.
Mm-hmm. And I will say the draw in this thing is awesome.
The draw is good.
So I just have that one little spot that it doesn't quite seem like it wants to catch. And I'm hoping that catches and then it just starts burning. But, okay.
What are you guys getting for notes? Usually my favorite place to have a cigar is the first inch. I find that most of your fainter. Oh, yeah.
Just the tip.
Just to see how it tastes.
I just ran. I just ran into that, eh?
You did.
You ran into
so
the
I love
inch.
the tip. We've established that. But it's your most subtle, delicate notes in general. I mean, some cigars start off with vengeance on its mind, but this, it's usually is where you're going to get your florally values or your creaminess, and which I'm kind of getting.
This is the perfect one to start with. It's light, it's airy.
Mm.
On the first retro, I got some raisin.
Oh, little. There's a
hint
sweetness.
Of sweetness.
Yeah,
I'm getting almost like, I guess, like vanilla wafery, like wafer.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit of citrus. No, I do see that. I do see where you're getting the kind of a deep sweetness.
Okay.
That's nice. It's a great start. Again, we had initial problem lighting it, but I mean, it's going to go well.
But I'll say this. That was, like you said, initially. Looking at my cigar now, my burn line is ever so slightly at a bit of an angle, but it seems to be catching up. The foot, that portion that wasn't lit, It's now a nice rich gray with the rest. So it did catch and it is going. And at no point did that little spot cause any sort of draw issues or anything like that going on. So I do think that spot on at least my cigar that it didn't light initially, I think it has caught up and I don't have any issues.
Mine's also catching up. Pretty tight line. Mine's just barely raised on one side.
Exactly. Okay.
In general, I'm liking the cigar. It's nice.
No, this is pleasant. This is a good cigar.
I would call this a Travis cigar.
A Travis cigar.
Yep.
Meaning what?
Meaning it's got a little sweetness. It's like not strong whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like any weenie could smoke it like Travis.
Any weenie could smoke it. Okay.
Just the tip.
Just
he'd take the whole thing.
Travis, by the way, for those of you who may not remember, is the other guy that was in the Smoking Butts and Tappin' Ash group.
He's the voice of Villiger.
He's the guy who sings the Villiger. Yeah, that's him.
Voice of an angel.
And he does listen. So hi, Travis. Been a minute. Yeah. Now I've had you on obviously since.
Well, no, not really.
Not since that.
We recorded an episode.
Oh, that's right.
But it didn't quite make the light of day.
That episode didn't make the light of day. So I guess this is a moment to go ahead. So the Smoking Butts Tappin' Ash group was started by Scott Hall.
Scott, Travis, and myself.
And unfortunately, earlier this year, we all collectively did lose Scott Hall in his third battle.
Yes.
With cancer. I mean,
third battle in 2 years.
Third battle in 2 years. And it was sad, but he went out on his terms.
Smoking till the end.
I was going to say, the man.
Cigars and meat.
Yeah. I was going to say, I'm sad that I'll never have another one of his briskets again.
I'll give you the second best, I guess.
I hear your meat's dry.
That's only the chicken.
Oh, okay. But so now following Scott's passing, you guys have retired the Smoking Butts and Tappin' Ash group.
Well, the podcast.
The podcast, obviously.
It just wasn't the same.
Yeah.
And then I think me and Travis are going to do maybe just some rib cooks here and there.
Okay.
We're giving it a while. Cause,
keeping the name or?
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's nice. Yeah. You know,
we got the flag hanging up in Travis's garage.
Yeah.
All good, man.
Okay. Well, good. I'm glad to hear
We're keeping the spirit alive.
That's good. I don't think
awesome.
Scott would have wanted to see that go.
No.
So, that's great. It was nice at his celebration of life party that turned into a big
that was
cigar
a good time.
hoof, everybody just, before it was just a couple of us going outside to have a smoke, and before long there's like 12 or 15 people sitting out there, all having
Some
one.
people hadn't seen each other in a couple of years.
That's accurate.
Yeah. Just saying.
We're just going to leave it at that. We're going to say that, there were a few
all
people
differences
that
were put aside
for an hour or two, hatchets were buried and, moving on. But yeah, so, it's what you do. All right. So continuing along with this, I will say, I don't know if this is, where this cigar necessarily came from. Not knowing what cigar this is, I can't necessarily say. It does feel a smidge on the brittle side, and I do have a crack going in my wrapper, that I'm going to cauterize to hopefully stop.
Yeah, I got lucky. Mine's pretty stout, pretty thick wrapper.
Yep.
But are you getting, as far as on your palate, you feel almost like a oily, lightly peppery, oily film?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of rich. It's rich on the palate. Almost getting like a dark honey.
There is a slight increase to the pepper notes of the retrohale at this point as well. In the initial retrohale, I didn't get much in the way of like a pepper note, and the pepper's starting to creep in. It's not bad. Like I just did one and I didn't. By the way, I want it noted for the cast, and I want it noted right now while I have two people with me. I'm getting better at my retrohaling.
Oh, I'm going to have to witness this.
Has anybody?
I'm very proud of you.
Has anybody noticed this?
Because
I'm not hacking up a lung on the show anymore.
Perhaps the technique or valve in which you stop the smoke from entering. I assume what was going on was that you were inhaling a bit of it.
Perhaps.
But
I don't know.
you've learned to kind of shut that off. And yeah, I haven't heard you lose your mind for.
It's been a minute.
It could be a couple months now.
Right? So, I just want it noted. I mean, I'm proud of myself, and I just want it noted.
I'll make a note right now here.
Okay.
Just a quick little. There you go.
He's got a very dry and sarcastic sense of humor. I've noticed that a lot.
I really love it.
It's
great.
Sure. Well, so do you, so that makes sense.
This is going to be a great show.
Oh, God.
Sorry, Nick.
It's okay. It's okay.
I try my best. Okay.
Okay, so I guess the question becomes, well, I was just about to ash this, but I will say this ash is very solid and is hanging on well.
Yeah. Totally.
Like, I don't fear
I have just a
this
couple
dropping
little
in
flakes,
my lap.
but
Yours looks a little more.
it's pretty solid, though.
Yeah,
I just have
that's
those
true.
couple
You
little
just got a
flakes.
few flakes. That's true.
I
Yeah,
think
I
that's
call
just
this,
where the wrapper met.
Yeah, straight burn line. I call this a chenille style. Chenille, I don't know how you pronounce it. Sorry, guys. I do have a French background. It's
Chanel.
It's almost like,
Chanel.
it's not flaky, but it's almost fuzzy, right? And like the outer fuzz is black and we're
Yeah,
kind of,
Yep.
but it's
fuzzy.
fuzzy.
It's a word I don't hear too often, and for whatever reason, it's
Especially in cigar reviews. It's a fuzzy cigar.
Fun. Okay. Well, so I guess the question becomes, at what point do we want to set this one down for a moment and move on to cigar number 5?
It's up to you guys. I mean,
I guess my question is like, so while we're smoking it, we're talking about burn. Now you say burn time on the list there. Realistically, I don't know if we're going to,
even as it's going, we're just getting
I'd say at the rate of average smoking, you're going to get a solid hour at least out of the cigar.
I mean, in some cigar experiences, you get a slow down and burn sometimes. Sometimes you get an increase in burn.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of a general average. But as far as the introduction is concerned, I consider this a slow burning cigar.
I would also, I'd put it at an average one.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is because I'm smoking it at the rate that I normally would smoke a cigar. For like a Lancero, I always have to slow down my smoking because otherwise then I get runs and various things like that. And so for me, that adds time to it. Additionally, damn fly, every once in a while there are some Maduro cigars, specifically ones that use like a very thick, like Connecticut broadleaf, or sometimes a thick San Andreas, to where I feel like that slows down the burn time as well. I would put this as a nice average, burn time for me. But yeah.
What about you over there, Dave? What do you think about the burn time?
I agree. About an hour. It's kind of going a little bit faster than one usually would for me.
Yeah.
But usually I get close to 2 hours out of a cigar because I'm a slower smoker.
So you're a slower smoker,
Yeah.
just in general.
And my burn line is starting to get a bit off on me here.
Mm-hmm. Well,
But not too bad.
not horribly,
Nope.
but yeah, you do have a
It's
little
about
bit of a
touch-up worthy, but I'm not
you got a
gonna
little
do
bit of
that.
a hump, but
Not bad, not bad.
theoretically, if you were to ash that, maybe that might help equalize it out. I don't know.
Yeah, like you said, it's hard to get a whole view of an entire cigar, especially when we're doing so many. But
Well, and see, and this is also my point. I am going to be going back and forth between them,
yeah, of course.
to compare a little bit too. I mean, obviously we're kind of doing our initial thoughts and some light scoring now, but I'm probably going to hold off until and kind of be able to compare the four of them together to come up with their scores. I don't know. So let's talk strength. On this, again, obviously most cigars get stronger as they advance to where the final third of it tends to be the strongest point in the cigar. Where would you put this cigar in terms of strength?
I would be in the mild plus at this point. Still early.
Yeah. So you're thinking 3 to 4
out of
10.
Out of 10. Yeah, 3 or 4 out of 10.
I guess I could have brought up the official strength-o-meter.
Yeah.
To to do
is
this.
Is that a metric meter or?
You sons of bitches in your metric system.
You have to pull out the conversion chart.
Yeah.
Hey, you do shoot 9mm weaponry, right? Just saying.
It's true. We do have, every once in a while.
Have to use it.
So, all right. So yeah, mild to medium is in the 3 to 4 range. Now, let me just, you want me to name off some of the ones in the 4, just so you kind of have an idea as to, what we're comparing. So a 4 would consist right now of Atabey, Sober Mesa Brule, Avo Maduro, Aladino Classic, Jose Dominguez, Charter Oak, Connecticut, and United Connecticut. I would actually say this is stronger than all those.
Yes, I agree.
So now I'm leaning towards 5, which consists of West Tampa Red, El Baton, Nestor Miranda Special Selection, Bandolero, McAuliffe Medallia, Te Amo, Charter Oak Maduro, Garofalo Maduro, Big Sky Madison, Oliva Maduro, Topper 1984.
Yeah, we're getting there.
What are you guys thinking?
I'm still on the mild side.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well.
And I wasn't sure until you said the West Tampa Red.
Mm-hmm.
This definitely isn't as strong as a red to me.
No. But is it stronger than those that I named at 4?
I think it would eventually get there, but so far it's pretty mild for me.
All right. Okay.
I could see the pepper picking up.
I'm going to put it between a 4 and a 5 at this moment. It's definitely not over a 5. It's definitely not in a 6.
No.
So I think this is probably going to settle in between a 4 and a 5, which at that point it becomes a question of rounding up or down. But, unlike Dave, who doesn't believe in decimals, I do. So I'm going to say this right now is a solid 4.5 at this moment in time.
I concur.
So,
and I do like that we're passing the inch marker, and it's picking up in complexity. I'm getting almost, I guess like a walnutty, but with the bitter. I'm going to get a nut quality out of it. So already, even through the introduction of the cigar, it's picking up as a complex palate.
I did have to just give it a little bit more fire, only because I do have this wrapper split right here, and I just want to keep that under control, make sure that it burns down to the point where I cauterized it, and then doesn't go any further. It was kind of like pulling away, and I didn't want to end up with flaming hot wrapper flying at all of us.
Yeah, that would be bad.
But yeah, so otherwise, it's burning well. I did ash, and you're right. It is picking up a little bit more to it as it gets further in on it. So
that's what you want from any cigar that's considered an economy stick, a bundle stick, whatever you want to call it. If you can pull off,
I'm going to call it budget friendly.
Yeah.
Sure.
And if you pull off, any type of complexity off a cigar like that, that's just a bonus, because usually they're fairly, one-sided.
So to the point, we were just kind of talking, descriptives. When I say it's a budget cigar, what kind of comes to mind?
These days,
see, and you just hit it right there.
Like under $10.
The last time I did this on the show was years ago, and every cigar we smoked in that tournament was under $5.
which is impossible now.
I had to raise it to 8.
Impossible now.
And the thing is, well, I probably still could, but we'd be smoking a lot of like
Just junk.
short filler chop, cigars. Whereas like this time, this is obviously a long filler cigar.
I would guess so.
I would guess based off of the way the ash holds and
the compaction,
everything else. Yeah, this is obviously a long filler cigar. And I would say that I had to raise it to $8. And even then, it was very difficult
I'm sure.
to find cigar. I mean, some of them came in right at $8. To where then if you're talking any sort of tax or whatever on it, you're spending a little more than $8. But I went for the pre-tax on the shelf price in order to determine, what qualified for this. But I did. I went with $8, and I wanted to make sure it was a full-size cigar because obviously, you can get little Coronas. You can get like the short story, Hemingway short story. Some of those you can get at a decent price, under $8 or right around $8. But I wanted to have a full size cigar, not a smaller Vitola. The other thing was, I wanted to make sure it was the MSRP to not play the game of like, oh, that's a $10 cigar. But if you go to this one specific website, you can get a box for this much. And then suddenly it becomes $7 a stick or something like that, or one of these budget kind of cigar sites. So I wanted to make sure that was taken into account. What is the actual MSRP? But yeah, I mean, so for me, when I hear budget cigar, I don't really initially think $8. I tend to think I still am in the mindset of I think 5 or under. And so I'm having to force myself to recognize that these days $8 is a budget cigar.
Unfortunately,
don't move to Canada because $8 is not a cigar you can even purchase.
Wow.
Yeah, obviously we're heavily taxed. It's a different scenario on our end, but the way I look at budgets, it's not only the construction and what it is, and whether it's short filler or whether whatever, but it's like a cigar you would kind of smoke on the regular, right? A cigar you'd fill a quarter of your humidor. That's your daily stick. And then you have your other arsenal for your, I want a special smoke tonight and watching the game or whatever you're doing, right? So it's like, it's budget in the sense that it's budgeted. Like it's I'm going to spend so much per month or per year on my regular smoke.
Interesting. Yeah. That crack did kind of start to get past that carterization point. So I had to do it again. That is an issue. I don't know. Again, I don't know if this is one that, I procured from a store, or I got from, there was one cigar, just full transparency. There was one cigar out of these that I did procure from a, cigar broker, and, he provided me the samples, to do this. Thank you, Tommy. And, I don't know if this is one that I purchased or if this is one that, he gave me, which, no offense to Tommy, reps and brokers, you guys have your car stock. Sometimes the car stock isn't, as well humidified and taken care of as ones that you would get at a store. So, I don't know which this is, and so I can't say, but, I would say that, whatever this is, this one's just ever so slightly on the dry side, to where it has a slight bit of a wrapper crack, but it's not bothering me too much. It's one thing I'm noticing, and it's something obviously look, we're being overly critical of these because we're kind of reviewing them as we go,
Obviously, yes.
But in terms of like, if I were sitting, here watching TV, I would take note of it. I would watch it, but it wouldn't stop me from sitting and enjoying the cigar.
Yeah. I even have a slight one on this one, but doesn't seem like anything to worry about. We'll burn right through it.
All right. Well, Do we want to move on to cigar number 5 here?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do that. So, cigar number 5. Here we go. Grab these 3. Make sure they all look good before. I mean, no sense in giving somebody one that already has a split. You know, hopefully there's not one with a split, but you know, gotta pay attention to that. So, okay, cigar number 5. Looking at it. It's a slightly darker shade of wrapper than cigar number 2. Little, if we're getting nitpicky, I would say that the wrapper on this is a little more rustic than
I
cigar
agree.
2.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, still not. We're not like in Rough Rider territory or anything like that. But
I might be in mine. I got mine. The symmetry is it's a little bumpy.
Okay.
Yeah, I have some dips in mine, but
Almost as if I'm a thin wrapper over a lumpy filler kind of look.
Ah, okay.
Or sorry, lumpy binder.
What about your cap? You know, I think the cap looks all right.
Mine is. I call these hastily placed.
I was gonna say not
my
perfect.
cap is not great.
It's definitely not. I mean, it's on. It's not a straight line of the cap here. It's on, but you know,
Mine looks like it's wearing a toupee.
Yeah, same here.
Well,
Well,
hard to pull much of a
a little.
aroma from the foot.
Yeah, I'm not getting too much.
Okay. All right. Well, time to cut. And once again, twoguyscigars.com. There you go. I'm not going to read the whole thing every time, but, you know, we'll at least mention.
Every cut.
We'll give them
4
a mention.
cuts.
I would say they're getting their money's worth out of this one.
Ooh, that was a thick cap.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I'm doing a punch, and it was kind of difficult.
Do you want a cutter?
No,
Okay.
I've been really liking the punch lately.
My only thing with a punch, depending upon the size of the cigar, sometimes, you know, and also just the general tobacco itself, sometimes I did, you know, end up with like a tar buildup, you know,
Really?
because you're drawing so much through a tiny hole at the end of the cigar. So sometimes I would get like a little bit of a tar buildup,
I got you.
you know, from it. But I will say it is nice to have one. Either a lot of times they're built into lighters. You see that a lot. But I also had a keychain that had one on it, and that was always nice because I always knew I had something that I could, you know,
Yeah.
cut a cigar with, even if I didn't have my cutter on me. So
Yeah. You had a good draw.
Yeah, good draw.
good draw. Yeah, definitely a sweetness to the cold
Yeah.
draw on this one. Much more noticeable in terms of sweetness than the previous one.
Yeah, maybe it's from talking about it, but appley, like a fruit
Mhm.
note.
Yeah, it's a fruit. I don't know if I'd go apple.
Apple cider, apple pie.
I'm gonna almost go Fig Newton,
Oh,
like a Fig Newton, cookie, maybe.
I'm going to go with like an apple cobbler
You
type
guys
apple.
are all into the apple.
heavy apple.
The wind coming through the garage is screwing with my my flame.
Yeah, my lighter's out.
Uh-oh.
Oh, here we go.
Well, if you need fire, I have fire, and obviously, I have butane on the desk behind us. Additional lighters as well.
Nice. Yeah, I got this lighter from. I'm sorry I missed it this year, but I will promise you I'll be there next year for the Chanel
Pulpit Fest.
Pulpit Fest show. But I did get my Zippo from a couple years past, and I had a set on. What would you call that setting? Weld.
Surface of the sun.
Yeah. And so I just went through the butane like it's no tomorrow.
And you only filled that thing yesterday.
Yeah.
I will say, lighting it caught. The previous one, I had that one spot that it took a minute. This one, it did light up, and it's going. I have no issue with that. Draw on it so far has been good.
Same, and almost getting like a kind of chocolatey. It's like dusted like cocoa.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely different, completely different.
The pepper is present
Cigar, yeah.
on the retro right off the bat too.
Right off the bat.
Yeah. Whereas the other one, it kind of crept in, and
yeah, I just went back and forth to the other one. To keep the other one going, but you definitely notice the difference. This one is
oh yeah, Cigar 5 is a lot. There's more strength, like right off the light. There's more strength and heavier body to it.
maybe it's the bakers, some type of bakers qualities, but yeah, the other one's like ultimate creamy.
Mm,
When you switch back over to it.
for sure. It's fascinating doing that because now, whereas before I was saying that the first one I would put at a 4.5. I'm probably still sticking with that based off that little, the chart. So now I'm thinking, all right, so then where does cigar number 5 land? Here.
It's dead.
That's hot. So just be careful with that. It's like I didn't anticipate.
Yeah, there's no. You can't compare the two. I mean, this is very.
Yeah.
And this is like 80% cocoa, baker's chocolate.
I'm right on your wavelength on that one for sure.
I like it.
Absolutely. I mean,
No, yeah, I'm
visually. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm enjoying it. I was just gonna say I'm enjoying it.
Like visually, pulling up to the cigar, looking at it, lighting it, visually didn't impress.
Yeah.
It was a little rustic looking, whatever, like little quickly built, hastily built.
Mhm.
But yeah, great tobacco. This is up my alley as far as my palate's concerned.
Okay.
Yeah, number 1 was the breakfast cigar.
You mean technically number 2?
Well,
but
yeah,
the
the
first
first
one. we're
This one
gonna
is more
confuse
like,
everybody so much.
yeah. This one you just pulled a ribeye off the grill.
Oh, for
You
sure.
want to have something really nice with it.
Mm-hmm.
This would pair well with a nice fat piece of beef.
Or a glass of dark wine.
Oh yeah.
Perhaps one of the wines that you were smoking at the drive-in last night.
Oh, the smoking drink. Yes, yes.
Well, we're going to talk about the drive-in in a little bit. You know what? Here's the thing. We're 48 minutes in on this episode.
What? Already?
We spent a lot of time on Cigar 1.
Wow.
Which I am going back to the first cigar for no other reason, just to kind of keep that burn going, because I do have that wrapper split, so it's starting to like cause my burn line to get a little funky.
Yeah.
As it kind of gets to that split, point there. So I'm having to work that a little bit, but
It's going to look really weird when we have 4 going.
it's gonna be fucking great. It's gonna be great. It's been so long since I've done one of these, and I remember that this was a lot of fun. So maybe now is a good time to go ahead and, while we smoke this second cigar, let's do this. It's time for the Villiger Cigars Entertainment Report, brought to you by
Villiger.
Villiger Cigars, one of the leading cigar and cigarillo manufacturers in the world, founded in 1888 and still family owned and operated. Head over to VilligerCigars.com and check the store locator to find a shop near you that carries them. We guarantee that Villiger Cigars will be a wonderful addition to your humidor and cigar rotation. All right, so as I just hinted at, Luke and I, because Dave didn't drive up last night.
I was scared you were going to try to crawl in my bed and make me spoon with you after that movie.
I managed to do all right, but I will say, Luke and I went to the drive-in last night. And the drive-in, they were showing their pre/fest weekend selections. And we watched Terrifier 3 and Nightmare on Elm Street, the original from 1984. And that was the sequence in which they were shown. And I questioned that because Terrifier 3, when did that come out? Was that this year? Beginning of this year?
Christmas?
It was a Christmas movie. So
it was like last November, I think.
So last November. Okay, so it's maybe a year old at this point. So we're talking a very current, modern day. I don't even want to call it a slasher flick. That was fucking violence porn.
Yeah, it was very though holiday-esque. I felt like I was in Christmas. It was.
There was a Christmas song about the killer.
Yes.
They literally made a Christmas song about Art the Clown.
Oh my goodness.
So for those of you unfamiliar, this is basically about a killer clown. He's in black and white. He doesn't speak. He's got like fucking runny black shit out of his mouth. And he's just
Merlot teeth, they call it. Like,
yeah.
Pound too much wine. They're like just stained.
And he just finds the most gruesome, violent, horrific ways to kill people. And it started right from the beginning. I mean, right from the start of the movie. And went all the way. At one point, I went back and tried to count how many people we'd seen die. And I was at 10. And then the mall scene happened, and I lost count of all of it. Because there were so many people at once.
And half of the death was were children, which kind of really...
It was...
Really... was insane.
It was fucked.
I mean, limbless bodies, and
I could have done the rest of my life without seeing that movie. I very easily could have gone the rest of my life without seeing that.
So if you're looking for a great movie to bring the kids,
yeah, no shit, dude. The first death in the movie was a 10-year-old boy in his bed, which thankfully we didn't see that actual murder. We did hear it, but we didn't see it. Where Art the Clown has an axe, like a fireman's axe, like a legit. This is not like a hatchet, like hand hatchet. This is like a straight up big axe, and he just hacks the shit out of this 10-year-old as he's like sleeping in his bed. And then from there, he just slaughters his family in the opening sequence. Then the title sequence, and it goes from there. But it was just horrible, and. So I'm watching this, and I'm thinking that this is just going to be your typical serial killer on the loose, killing everybody. But then they introduce this whole supernatural element to it, and before long, there's like fucking demons and like a woman
sidekick. Yeah, his sidekick is I want to say a possessed mental patient.
Yeah,
who you realize is immortal when she basically cuts her wrists, bleeds herself to death, and carries on with life.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was
way too much going on, plain and simple. Now, granted, this was Terrifier 3. Evidently, there was some sort of like stuff that was, I guess, important to the story from 1 and 2. Because our heroine, I'll call her that, of the movie, apparently is some warrior angel who has some special sword that she can kill the clown with.
See, this sounds pretty cool until you layer on the crazy violence.
It's beyond crazy.
The violence is so over the top. It's beyond.
Yeah.
It's hard to even like.
So me
convey.
Like you did the episode of Brinker some time ago about horror movies. I'm on his wavelength. I love horror movies. I've seen many gore movies. The chainsaw scene where the girl and the young couple having
sex in the shower.
The murder of that man via chainsaw, and then afterwards, the clown doing snow angels and blood. Like it was insane, man. It was insane. And I heard a chuckle in the crowd. Do you remember that?
No, there was the guy laughing at one point during
not good
something, and I'm like, oh, these are the people that I'm watching this with. That, and you brought up that scene. look, I'm just going to be the guy who's willing to say it here. When you're watching slasher flicks, there's always that gratuitous nudity.
Yes.
There's typically some boobs that you get to see. And it's that split second of perversion that's just like, yeah, and then it gets slashed, right?
And you're allowed to, because the violence is so extreme. Then what's a half naked person,
Right? Exactly. We didn't get any boobs.
We got ripped off, man.
We got horribly ripped off. This was an unrated movie, for God's sakes. The director, I looked this up later. The director knew he wanted to push the violence so much. He wanted people throwing up in the theater and having to leave. So that's the violence was like amped up to the point that he knew this was going to get an NC-17 rating. So he didn't rate it. Theaters treated it as if it were an R rating, but it technically was unrated. So he could have easily thrown in some boobs to make us all like, you know, temporarily like, yeah, and then they get slashed. He didn't do it.
There was a time where you saw for a moment a pair of boobs, but they were being chainsawed in half.
Well, I would say they were being hacked up with a chainsaw.
Yeah, this movie is. And then who was the guy who there was a cameo appearance of one of the original gore guys? Is it Sam Raimi?
Mm-mm.
No.
Tom something. You looked him up.
Yeah, Tom.
Last name started with an S.
Savini?
Yeah, I think.
Savini,
Yeah.
Which he's an original gore guy. I believe he did the Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead series, but he was in one of the. He must be buddies with the director, or was involved in the gore, because I mean, I think they were using real animal parts, like the intestines. You've seen spine at one point. Like it was insane. If you don't like rats, there's rats. I mean, this movie pushes your boundaries for sure.
The budget for fake blood, hopefully fake blood, in this movie was out of this world. They had to have tanker trucks of this shit pulled up, because there is no way that they did this on a small budget for blood. I mean, it was everywhere.
So in a nutshell, it's a really good movie.
And ironically, the only two people, I told you this earlier, the only two people that were lucky in this were the two sluts that were taking pictures with Santa Claus at the bar, that when they were leaving, the clown's coming in and they bump into him and they're like, hey, fucker, and blah, 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 blah. And then they leave. And he leaves them alone. Everybody else that encountered this guy ends up dead. So
I don't think they can appreciate how close they came.
No.
To a good chainsaw. Chainsawing. Yeah. And then afterwards, it comes Nightmare on Elm Street #1, which as a child I had trouble sleeping. It turns out it was
a kid's movie.
It was as mild as watching growing pains. It was there was nothing really scary about it. We see young Johnny Depp in his glory. Was he 18 years old probably? And it was nothing, not even remotely scary, gory, anything.
Yeah.
So surprising what horror movies have become.
I just I'm it was a very big turnoff. I wasn't into. I mean, look, it was a gorgeous night to sit outside, and I had some nice cigars, and it gave us something to talk about. So that's good.
And I thank you for taking me. I hadn't been to a drive-thru movie in such a long time. Super nostalgic, super cool place. I mean,
you had like 3 up your way. You were saying,
as a kid, we had 3 separate businesses. 2 of them were like very similar to this one. They were like single or double, and then we had this massive one that had the screens were like 4 times the size of the screens we had last night. And I don't know why or how. Maybe it's our season obviously is a lot shorter. In our area, but they fell out of popularity, and the land became probably too expensive for it to make sense, and they never rebuilt it. But now it's a giant craft store and superstore, like a type of giant grocery store.
Wow.
But I remember as a kid, Ghostbusters 1, seeing that in a car, crank the stereo was awesome.
It's a nice throwback.
For sure.
They start the double feature with a Looney Tune. So, I got to see Wile E. Coyote get his ass kicked.
Oh,
you know, and that's fun.
It was subtle compared to the violence we saw right after.
It was.
Although Wiley's getting his ass handed to him,
he bounced back well.
He was good. There was no chainsaw. There was no human hearts dangling and about, or coyote hearts, I should say.
Real quick, cigar number 5. I think it's a slightly slower smoke than cigar number 2.
Yes, I agree.
It's because I was smoking it at my normal pace, and I'm noticing my burn line's getting a little off, and so that's indicating to me I'm smoking it too fast. So I do think I need to slow it down.
I agree, a little slower. Definitely complete turnabout, like as far as flavors and profile, though. This is up my alley. This is good stuff.
Me too.
Super cocoa, super bakers.
Reminds me of a nice airy chocolate cookie.
Oh, okay. All right.
So we couldn't have picked two.
No, I was saying
these are random, which is
well.
great.
That's the other thing. Yes. So after cigars 1 through 8 were labeled and everything like that, I, being a nerd, have multi-sided dice. I got out a 8-sided dice, and I rolled, and that's how groups A and B were selected. So it was completely random as to which ones are going up against each other here for these initial 2 rounds.
Plus, he also had a +4 savings against elven weaponry, and
well, you have to. I mean,
+6 against charisma of human wizardry, which is nice. So right there, sorry.
I feel like I'm being mocked a little bit.
No,
it's okay.
I think you're being celebrated.
Listen, I played. Okay, I'll admit it. I played D&D. I played Rifts. I played all kinds of Palladium games.
I haven't played any of that in so long. I would think that would be a thing that you could do a lot easier now these days with Zoom.
Oh, I got
Whereas
a buddy.
before you could you had to get together at a house, but now,
yeah, I got a friend who's two days a week. You can't even call him. He's got the headset on and he's playing people wherever, right?
Wow.
And it's definitely joined the world. There's some pros and cons.
Yeah.
To the kind of communication, I guess.
I actually just saw an article this week. I don't remember what day. It doesn't really matter. But it was about a D&D group that's been going, and a game, one specific game that has been going since 1982.
Oh my gosh.
It's like, holy shit, this game is 43, 42, 43, depending on when it started, 42, 43 years old. I mean,
that's actually pretty impressive.
I think it's fucking badass, actually. I mean, that game is as old as I am, practically.
When they draw their characters, are they changing their beard color and stuff as they go?
Well, dude, and think about it. How many different editions with rule changes and everything have come along since then? Are they still playing first edition, or have they moved on? And I don't even know what edition D&D is on these days. I mean, back in my period of time in school that I played, I mean, it was 3rd edition, but I don't even know what it's up to now.
I have no clue. I've never played.
You're really?
Not ever.
So as much of a nerd as you are, and I say this as I'm surrounded by my 18,000 comic books, so, I mean that with all due respect.
Yeah, I never took that out.
You didn't go down that road.
No.
I did for one summer in between, was it 7th and 8th grade? I feel like it was 7th and 8th grade. That whole summer, and then into the 8th grade school year. We ended up quitting probably around Christmas, I would say. So for probably, I'd say nearly a solid 5 or 6 months, it was all the time.
So I feel like that's when people start playing.
Yeah.
And up until then, I really didn't know any other
girls.
nerds.
Very much.
Yes. And then
Elephants.
8th grade, girls. I moved to a very small school, and I was the only nerd. So it wasn't really a thing.
Yeah, you got to have a community.
We played basketball and fished. And
yeah, that sounds awesome. Fishing sounds great.
Yeah.
I like, what's that show? Oh my God. It's coming out with the new
Stranger Things.
I love the Hellfire Club. If that was my high school, I'd be like, oh my God, that would have been amazing. Well, we played in early high school, and to this day, maybe 2-3 times a year, we all get together to play tabletop or other stuff. So
Risk.
Talisman.
Oh, okay.
No, I like the medieval stuff.
Okay.
Games that take, you start in the morning and you're lucky to finish after supper.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever get into Warhammer?
Oh, big time.
See, I knew guys that were into that.
Yeah, I painted and everything.
And that was way too advanced for me. I mean, first of all, just the rules of the battling and everything like that seemed very complicated. A lot of math involved. But then, and if we haven't learned anything from my Carlito Fuente dream, I'm not good at math. But the other aspect to it was the miniature assembly and painting. I mean, that's an artistic thing just in and of itself. But then the big reason I didn't get into it was the fucking cost.
Yes.
Very expensive.
Warhammer is not a cheap game to play.
Yeah. And with the advent of 3D printing, a lot of guys are doing some nefarious works where they're printing their own stuff and or whatever. But when plastic came out,
think about that.
That was a huge one. Like if you wanted to make a whole skeleton army, for example, if they were the old type, they were made of lead originally, and then they went to like a pewter, and then
giving people lead probably wasn't the best idea.
Yeah, but it had that weight to it, So we're sliding across the table.
Valid.
So then they started coming out with plastic, which you could build essentially a whole brigade of skeletons for a fraction of the cost.
But still expensive though.
Oh yeah, we played. I had a couple bills into it.
I remember at one point in my youth when I worked at a comic book store, we sold Warhammer, and holy God, the money that I saw people dropping on this stuff. And I mean, just one piece. You get a box maybe, so big, the size of like one of these boxes that you would get like a really nice lighter in, so it's not a very large box. It would have one piece in it. That would be $30 just for, and it was plastic.
Think paints, think brushes, think of everything else. We had a Games Workshop in Toronto, which is about a 3.5 hour drive from where I'm at.
Yeah.
And it was I think the only place in Canada at the time. And we were driving out east, and I had forced my dad to pull off into Toronto so I could go into the shop. And his eyes widened pretty when I was throwing down the cash. Like he was like, "Oh my God, what are you guys playing? Like, what is this?"
He's like,
"Can't you buy hockey equipment?"
Of course. Well. Okay, so cigar number 5. I'm probably about as far into it, maybe give or take, as maybe not as when we gave up on number 2. But let's kind of go through the notes here. Burn line. Again, I'm having to slow down my smoke because I am noticing my burn line is getting a little off. I'm getting little runs, so like that's something I need, but that's kind of something that is on me. I don't want to blame the cigar for it. I feel like the burn, if I were smoking it at the speed that the cigar dictates, I feel like the burn line would be pretty good.
Yeah.
Mine's razor sharp, man.
Okay, so you figured it out.
I'm not as
also
far in as you are.
I was going to say, that's the other thing. You're nowhere near as far in as me, so you found the pace, which probably is more on pace with your own personal smoking.
Yes, this is
so
right there.
All right. So, but your burn line is really good. So, okay.
Yeah, mine's a little wavery, but wavery is not a bad thing as long as it doesn't run.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be razor straight, but as long as you're not getting, half the cigar start to take off on you, it's burning well.
Burn time. I'm going to say this is definitely a long smoke, which, for the price, you're getting a lot of good smoking time out of it. More so than Cigar 2. I still think Cigar 2, you're definitely getting over an hour. This one, based upon Dave's rate of smoking, this is a 2-hour smoke.
If you, out of that.
I would say you can work this to make this a 2-hour smoke. So I think this one scores high on burn time. Flavor profile.
I think it scores. It's not complex.
No, but I like what it's giving.
Yes, it's dimensional onto.
I do feel like Cigar 2 did have more variation. Like it started off one way and kind of became a little bit more as it progressed.
Yeah, it told me a little more of a story.
I think Cigar, it had a little bit more to it. Whereas this one is, like you said, very. It's singular in purpose, but I like what it's giving me.
Yeah, it has I mean, I don't want to compare apples to apples here. I don't want to compare, but it has a Padron quality to it.
Okay.
You know, it has a Padron. Padron is,
It
especially their Maduros, they tend to be in this realm of, you talk about flavor wheels and stuff, like in this vicinity of the flavor wheel.
Yeah. Strength. I'm putting this. I'm probably leaning in between 6 and 7
Me too.
on this guy.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm leaning towards 6 and 7.
Especially in the on the palate, it's kind of strong. It's got almost a it's not peppery, but it's on the lips. You can taste it on the lips.
Holy God!
There it is.
You know what?
There it is.
So proud of myself, but
Streak's broken.
let's talk about pepper. The retro hail.
Oh, I haven't done a retro in a while.
Well, you're not as far in as me, but oh my! And it lingers. It lingers
have a pungency.
in the
It's
side.
nice.
Yeah.
See, I retro every time I inhale, or not inhale, intake.
Yeah.
But I maybe it's a percentile, right? Instead of like what you're doing, which is
Every once
you
in a
look like
while.
Pete's Dragon, and like you're just like I can't even see your head. It's a percentage of smoke that goes through the nose, and then the rest gets exhausted.
Well, I tend to push out about half, and then I push the rest of the half through the nose.
Even a small amount just to get it through.
I can't do the whole. I cannot do the full pull off of a cigar through the nose. That's entirely too much, and I'm going to lose my mind doing that. But okay, so and then obviously the last one on your list there is complexity. I think that's where this cigar kind of falls behind number 2. I think number 2 wins the day in comparison of the two of them in complexity.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, I don't know.
100% agree.
Okay. Well, then if that's the case, we can move on to cigar number 6 and give that a shot here. Again, just kind of gonna give these a quick once over to make sure that we have cigars that are not coming at us with just like that. That one has a little split in the wrapper there. So, and that one too. Okay. Just need to make sure that they're all good. So, there you go.
Thank you.
Now we have cigar number 6. And we're going to cut this guy. And the official cutting is brought to you by 2guyscigars.com. That's the number 2, guyscigars.com. I'm going to pivot my ashtray around there so that I have the other 2 spots open for these next 2 cigars. Gonna clip the cap there. Hopefully I got enough.
So construction wise, yeah, and another firm pack. It's
very firm.
Yes. And
some prominent veins maybe.
You're getting a good draw though.
Yes.
The cap is very well done too. I was able to take that little sliver off the top and
the draw is open.
It's
good. Nice.
Mm-hmm. Cold draw.
It reminds me of the first one.
I was gonna say a little barnyardy, little hay.
Yeah, grassy.
And kind of creamy-ish to it.
Less poop.
Yes, significantly less poop. Not that the first cigar was shitty.
Yeah.
It just...
Not shitty poop.
It was barnyardy poop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, barnyard poop is like a mixture. Well, first of all, poop from an animal is like, has stuff in it that, it's not human. So it's like, grassy and it's all fermenting and it's like manure, fermented compost. So it's kind of a rich manure quality. It's not a vicious smell. If we say human manure, if you've passed by a,
oh yeah, you know it.
Yeah. Or pig manure or chicken manure or anyone who's had rabbits out there knows what I'm talking about.
Because animals don't eat sausage gravy.
Sausage gravy. You beautiful thing.
So I must have missed that I had a few cracks in this wrapper. So my wrapper on cigar number 6 is also doing this. Which
bad luck, bud.
I am having it.
I really like the smell of this.
But I'm trying not to judge based upon said cracks. On the burn, I have one little strip on the edge
Oh, wow.
that did not want to initially get going here. So we're going to have to just hit it with a little bit more. Hopefully we can get it. Okay.
You're right about being similar. It's very creamy, for sure.
Yeah. You know, I need to open up my water and clear the palate just a little bit on this.
It is difficult. So much tobacco and different variations, but
yeah, because I'm getting something.
This one's also peppery right off the bat.
Getting a little something that I'm not particularly enjoying.
Don't retrohale right now. It's got a very pungent little retrohale, a little burn in the nostril.
Yes.
I'm using a beautiful product here to cleanse my palate, which I can't get over here now, or up there in Canada. Yingling.
Oh, yummy.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, the pepper is present on the smoking experience right off the bat. Like my tongue is tingly right now.
Yeah.
Whereas I have not had that with either of the previous two cigars.
No.
So pepper is definitely part of the actual smoking flavor, not just the retrohale on this guy. Which,
ooh, I got a real bad
split. I know, I've got a couple. So the wrapper on this one is definitely fragile. And I have two that I found in there. Well, I think it's all right. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to preconceive, or I don't want to push anybody's opinions. I just have, I'm formulating my own opinion based off the three so far. Afterwards, I will share. But
my burn line is not great.
My burn line is a little uneven. But I'm blaming that on the fact that I had that one side. Yeah, it corresponds with that one side that didn't want to start. So I think it's catching up.
My cap issue is coming apart, and I did a punch.
Beyond the construction issues, it's not a bad little cigar.
No.
It's I mean, we're just a quarter inch into it, but I mean, it's I don't. It doesn't scream complexity to me. I'd guess to say it's a Habano wrapper, Habano seed wrapper, because it seems very creamy.
Yeah, it's not the lightest brown, so to say Connecticut, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. And it is giving that peppery note, which I tend to get from Habano or like a sun-grown kind of thing, which would maybe kind of correspond with that wrapper color to a degree.
Pepper's sticking around.
It is.
It's not like fading off. It's just there.
See, I don't know if we're smoking the same cigar, boys. I'll be honest.
You're not getting a pepper note.
I'm not getting much pepper at all.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's very...
Well, I know we're smoking the same cigar because, yeah, there's 3 6s left. And yours is labeled 6.
6s?
Whoa,
dude. No.
And this is the Terrifier cigar.
Dude, after last night.
So, yeah, we are still technically in the Villiger Entertainment Report. We talked about that.
Yes.
Does anybody else have anything they want to throw out? Dave, you got anything you want to throw out for this?
I think I'll just save mine for the next episode.
You know, that's true. There
was a drive-in theme.
We do have...
I don't want to taint that.
Three episodes to do, so, you know, that's valid. I'll give it... Okay, I appreciate that.
I haven't really been watching any horror movies, so...
It's October. Me and my son do a Shocktober thing. And as he's getting older in age, you can kind of open him up. Obviously, I'm not going to... This Terrifier movie.
Terrifier's not going to make it.
So you're watching that this Friday.
He's not watching that till he's out of the house. And he can watch it without me knowing. But like classic Halloween stuff, you know, we watched Silver Bullet.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a classic.
I do have a show I'll throw in.
One armored up wheelchair in that movie.
Yeah, it's all done up, and his crazy uncle, who was played by, oh my God, what's his name now? He suffered a stroke. I'm not good with actors. He suffered a stroke recently. His He was the cop in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. He's got a crazy. He talks about sausages.
Sausages.
Yeah, he's got this Instagram thing where he's.
Busey. Gary Busey.
So Gary Busey is the crazy uncle who drinks too much and makes in that wheelchair.
I forgot that.
Yeah. A lot of these old flicks. I mean, even Johnny Depp, being in I think that's his first. Because when he started the movie, it says introducing Johnny Depp. I think it's his first.
Got going with the Nightmare on Elm Street.
And then the other one, 21 Jump Street. It's all about streets, these guys.
I know, right? You were saying you were watching something?
It's been a while.
Yeah.
But it fits the theme.
Okay.
And it was instantly canceled as soon as the series first season was over, is The Bondsman with Kevin Bacon. It was a super great show. It was fun, funny. It had, he was a bondsman that had to hunt down escaped demons.
Okay.
Wow.
It was kind of like supernatural, but
yeah.
Comedic type. It reminded me a lot of a Sam Raimi movie.
Okay.
It was very good.
Kind of like Evil Dead-ish kind of quality in that it's humorous, but at the same time scary.
And I was very, very sad it got canceled.
That sucks.
It's worth watching.
I hate it when a show that you like,
There's so many.
Yeah. You gotta fly.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
I know. Guys, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'll just be straight. I'm not digging cigar number 6.
I'm not either. I'm putting mine down.
Okay. I'm not digging cigar number 6.
It's not terrible.
Burn on it. I've got one little spot here that's catching up. Burn, I will say burn line for the most part. I had that one spot that didn't want to light properly, but it has straightened out. So burn line, I think, is fine. I have no issue with the burn line. Burn time, I think it's probably, it would be on par with cigar number 2.
I agree with that.
I feel like you'd be able to get a solid hour out of it. You might be pushing it to get, you're not going to get 2 hours unless you really went slow. And, but I think you can get at least a solid hour out of it. What's next? Profile. For me, it's pepper, and I am getting a flavor note that I am not digging. It's hard for me to put my finger on it.
Yeah. I was getting almost like a scorched.
Well, that might be you lighting it. I don't know.
Well, I mean, and I didn't get it at first. It's like now, and I think it has to do with it coming apart. It's kind of burning crazy.
I will agree that out of the 3 cigars so far, this is the one I like less, but I'm not getting any significant pepper on mine. I find it creamy. It's not complex at all. It's just
it's a cigar.
It is a fishing smoke. It's cut to mow the lawn.
You wouldn't feel bad about tossing half of it away.
Yeah, or giving it to someone who really doesn't have a developed palate yet. That's gonna just maybe like it because it's mild.
But
I think it's mild.
There's this component, and I hate to say this because again, the goal of this is not to shit on a cigar, but this is kind of the nice thing with it being a blind review. It's all just what it is, Truthfully, it's giving me kind of a chemically aftertaste.
Yeah.
There's something lingering on the tongue.
It's kind of almost
that is
like
slightly like
sort of like if you use lighter fluid to start your charcoal.
Well, it makes me wonder if it's young tobacco, like maybe it's like an ammonia-ish kind of thing going on or something.
Could very well be.
But I'm getting some sort of kind of chemically aftertaste that I'm not enjoying. There's a bitterness, there's a bitter quality to this cigar that
I can see the bitter.
I am not enjoying.
I can see where you come from bitter, like even stuff like eating. I don't know, you call them pecans here.
Yeah.
Like
not pecans.
Yes.
That's further south.
So a pecan, walnut, the type of nuts that or even like an unripened banana, that kind of like almost little bitter quality. Which some people, I've known people to enjoy that. I don't particularly, but
yeah, I'm not feeling this. And that's the interesting thing with doing this, especially blind. It's like, you smoke it and it's like, well, what do you think? And it's like, well, I'm not feeling it. What about strength? Where would you say strength lies?
With the pepper note, I'm going to say about a 5.
I
A low 5.
I would agree. It's more than number 2.
Yeah.
Because number 2, I gave it about a 4.5.
Yeah.
Number 5, I put to like a 6 to 7. I would say this would be a nice solid 5. Kind of in between the two.
Maybe it's because I'm not getting the pepper much. I'd say this is the creamiest one yet, the mildest one yet. So just a mild, like a 2 to 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Complexity? Hard to say. I haven't gotten too terribly far into it.
This is the least of their outcome so far. I think it's a strikes complexity. I'm basically getting a creamy stick of maybe some nutty qualities, you know.
I am finding that for as much smoke is coming off of the cigar, when I begin to puff on it, take a draw, initially I have to work really hard to get a draw into the mouth. Once it starts, it's fine. But I feel like the initial puff or two, I have to really work to draw that smoke.
I'm the opposite there. Like, this is giving off the most smoke of the 3 for me.
Same and wide open. And this is indicative of like certain cigars, because of their rush, because they're mass produced, the variance of quality, right? Here we're smoking 3, same cigar. It could even come out of the same box.
Well, it did.
And here we are with this massive variance when in a higher quality cigar, and you'll note like in construction and whatever else, it's far more consistent, right?
For sure.
So it's okay that, you know, there's a variation. But
all right.
I don't mind it. I would give this away to any good friend.
Okay.
It's not a bad friend. It's not a bad friend stick, I call it.
Not a bad friend cigar.
Bad friend cigar.
Okay.
No, you leave the wrapper on.
I did have a few wrapper tear. I got one hell of a wrapper tear that the burn line is approaching. But so it'll be interesting to see. Well, we all had wrapper tears on this one.
Mine looked okay at first, and then as soon as I lit it, it cracked all the way down.
Okay. All right. So yeah,
I'm gonna say maybe that's a humidification.
Yeah,
it is a scorcher out here, boys. I ain't gonna lie to you. When I got here yesterday, it is summer here still.
Yeah. You were quite warm yesterday. Initially. Today, I mean, it's gonna get to like 87 today too. So I mean, you know, fire number 2 back up.
I think I'll join you.
Yeah, see, number 2 is just a much creamier, easier, nicer experience. I will say, neither number 2 nor number 5 stayed lit.
Same. Nope. That's normal. There's that rare cigar.
And
there's, like you say, humidification, right? But there's that rare cigar where you forgot you even had it lit and you pick it up and it's still lit. Those are an anomaly, right? Most cigars, you give it 5 minutes and they're pretty much, if they're humidified properly, they're pretty much
lighter there, Dave. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a thought. So far, with the 3 that we smoked, I have one that I think is my favorite of the 3.
Oh, me too.
But, you know, we're obviously going to do our various scoring to determine, you know, where that comes down. All right. Well, I'm going to put down number 6. I'm done with that. I've encountered that. I'm not interested in that anymore. Ugh. Yeah. I'm going to move on. Okay. Well, I think it's a good enough time to do this now. It's time to fly high with Blackbird Cigars. Blackbird Cigars offers you remarkable quality using the most delicate and finest tobacco to always ensure that you're receiving unsurpassed cigars. Blackbird Cigars strives to give you undoubted repeating flavor for every cigar you smoke and impressive quality so that you can always expect greatness. Check out their website for a full list of stores carrying Blackbird Cigars and give them a test flight. Blackbird Cigars, can't clip our wings. All right, well, I guess Dave took the Blackbird segment as an opportunity to go use the pisser. So, real quick. Oh, had to get her. Would you do us a favor? Yes. Would you grab maybe the can of butane and there's a thing back there that looks like a brulee torch tool thing. That would be good too. So in 1985, Rick Hansen, a Canadian Paralympian who was paralyzed from the waist down after a car accident, set out on an incredible journey called the Man in Motion World Tour. Over the course of more than 2 years, he wheeled his wheelchair through 34 countries across 40,000 kilometers to raise awareness and funds for spinal cord injury research. His journey captured the hearts of Canadians and people worldwide, eventually raising over $26 million. Hansen went on to establish the Rick Hansen Foundation, which continues to support accessibility initiatives and medical research to this day. His determination not only benefited Canada through groundbreaking research funding, but also inspired a stronger culture of inclusivity and accessibility across the country. So be like Rick Hansen and Blackbird Cigars and don't let anybody clip your wings. Do you know Rick Hansen?
Not personally, but we definitely know of him.
I just assume that all Canadians know each other.
Oh, well, there's a better chance that we all know each other than you. We are 100 times less population? You're 3.
Boy, that's an interesting point.
10 times, sorry.
All right. Well, you know what? It's time. We're going to go ahead and cut cigar number 8 here real quick while we discuss this. This is easily the most rustic of the 4 that we are smoking for the day. Or for this episode, I should say.
Oh, you think so?
I think so.
Mine's pretty...
yeah, nothing will be number 5.
Mine's pretty uniform.
I have a flat end on mine, but it is rustic. I agree. It's not a.
I think this may have been a packing in the box deal. Mine's a little pinched on the
I would
foot.
say mine's also a little pinched on the foot there.
Maybe it's supposed to be.
Maybe. I will say the cap on this looks pretty. I mean, it's nice and uniformly round. I don't have the You're right. The cap on 5 was a little bit, but I have some spots on the wrapper that this is definitely not the highest quality wrapper tobacco, that they could have used. There are some little blemishes and things of that nature that.
And I often wonder, as far as the person who constructs these, because they're
nice big vein.
They're all about the quantity, right? So they're they wrap them at a higher. With maybe less care, they're as far as quality control at the end, they're like, that's decent for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, this cap's a lot better than the other one, but.
Okay. All right. Well, going to give this guy a cut, and that's brought to you by 2guyscigars.com. So number 2, guyscigars.com. No, so you were talking yesterday about how essentially Canada is a very large landmass. But when you actually stop and think about population, you guys have the population of New York State.
Yeah, the greater New York City area.
Oh, New York City, not even New York State.
Well, I think if you consider the greater New York, you're looking at 30 million people. You're dealing with, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the mayor of New York is as important as our prime minister when it comes to population.
That's pretty crazy to think about.
Now, yeah, I mean, landmass is a whole different story, but and for the listeners, I was talking to Nick and Dave earlier about this. I want everyone to guess this, and then you can look it up after. Or, but how many states do you believe are in or above the most southern point of Canada. So,
Like when you're looking at a parallel.
yeah, so Alaska's a given. Michigan's a given, all that kind of stuff. But how many states are there? And I don't know if I should say it or not, or just have the viewers.
We'll say it in the next episode.
Next episode.
Yeah, when we do the next round of 4, we'll have the answer. So this episode will come out on Tuesday. So in Friday's episode, you'll find out the answer if you haven't looked it up already.
Or how about not look it up and guess? Maybe put in the parishioners group, just guess without looking it up, and be honest, and just guess how many you think states are above or that cross through or are above Canada's lowest point, which is our lowest land point is a place called Point Pelee in southern Ontario. Our lowest island point is a little island called Middle Island, which is, you can see Ohio from there. So yeah, take a guess, and it'll be interesting to see.
So is that latitude or longitude, east and west?
Latitude.
Latitude.
Okay, so
east
you're
to west.
talking about latitude line.
Yes.
Yeah, draw latitude across the lowest point in Canada. How many states are in or above?
There you go.
There we go.
So, all right.
The winner gets a half-drinking Yingling.
No, that'll be long gone.
Okay. You want to gas that guy
Yes,
up?
sir. Thanks.
I'm going to use this one if you want to use that one, just until we're done. But I mean, you can gas it up now. I don't care. All right. Thoughts on cold draw on number 8?
I'm getting like a hint of a sour note.
Almost a sweet and sour.
Yeah, like a cherry, like a sour cherry.
I'm getting much of almost nothing, to be honest. It could be I'm a little burnt out from the other cigars, but...
Well, that's going to be interesting when we get to the next round of 4.
Yeah, it's like, what are you smoking?
I'm going to smoke the hell out of you guys today.
Plus, I came off a cold last week. That's not helping my cause.
No, I'm just glad that you got your senses of smell and taste back for this. I mean, you're the one that actually does reviews.
Yeah, I was unable to do any. I mean, it was so bad. I don't know if I had a version of good old COVID or if I had a cold, but I was with the kids driving down the street, and they were all screaming about a skunk we just passed by, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, I had no smell whatsoever.
All right. I'll say draw on this is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
My burn line is already getting funky as hell, though. Like,
Getting a lot of smoke.
already getting some interesting waviness going on.
I got a good draw. I call it unrestricted. Basically, almost wide open. Which you kind of have to be careful, though. That type of draw, sometimes people tend to, since there's no restriction, they just, really really pull hard on it.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that fucking
Pungent on the nasal.
right off the bat. Is it?
Yeah, pungent. A little bitter on the tongue. Which is normal and fine with most cigars, especially at the introduction stage. Usually that kind of burns off, but bitterness on the palate. Almost like
There is a bitterness that lingers on the palate.
It's normal. It's an attribute usually associated with Connecticut. A good Connecticut cigar sometimes, and it's normal and it's good to have a little bitterness on the lips.
I don't think this is a Connecticut, though. I mean, this is definitely a darker cigar.
I'm not saying that. Yeah, I'm not saying that this is Connecticut, but I'm like, that's indicative of that wrapper usually.
Dave, initial thought?
I really like it so far. I'm getting some complex flavors that I can't quite pinpoint.
I'm getting some coffee. Some coffee bean. But the nasal is like, do not retrohale right now, buddy. I'll have to do some type of CPR or something. Or
Really?
It's very full.
just on the nasal is sting. I don't know if
See, I'm not getting any sting.
That wasn't nearly as
No.
bad as
The last one.
well. The last one was very peppery. Yes, I'm not getting the any pepper note from this.
No, not pepper. Sting, like a nasal sting. You
See,
know when you...
I think this is one of the easiest retros we've had. Number 2 was really easy, and now number 8 has been really easy. Number 5 started off pretty easy, but number 5 ended up being a much stronger, bolder retro hail. Number 6 was just a pepper bomb.
Yeah. I mean, more... I kind of explain it this way. Sometimes retro... You ever get chlorine in your nose? Like you go to the pool and you get a little bit of that...
Yeah.
That water in your nose, and it gives you a little bit of a sting.
I'm not getting that, though.
No way.
So, I don't know.
Plus, don't forget, we're 3 different people. That's the
Well,
best part of this review. Is
that's
having
exactly
more,
it.
The more palettes, the better, right?
My burn line is kind of equaling back out. I have 2 spots that were definitely dipping further than the other 2 spots, and
Oh, soapy.
it is going back soapy.
I'm getting like florally soapy. Yeah,
Okay.
I find this to be pretty pungent on the nose. Again, I retro hell every time.
Pungent is a perfect description.
The ash is weaker, flaking like crazy here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm not judging it just yet.
Yeah, you have to.
We're about a
Half inch.
Yeah, I would say about a half inch in. I'm going to give it a little bit more before I start formulating up some opinions. But
My favorite's still the tip, guys.
Yes.
And sausage gravy.
do like
It's godly product. Is this through popular in the USA in general? Or is this regional?
Oh, this is regional.
sausage
Gravy. Okay.
Yeah.
If you go just like over to Indiana, you don't see it
Okay.
hardly anywhere, especially in Indianapolis.
You go up north on the East Coast,
Yeah.
you're probably not seeing much sausage gravy there either.
and
I
out
wouldn't
west,
imagine.
it's not even.
And I mean, the sound of it sounds like it should be banned.
It's definitely
It should be
the
banned.
further south you get, the more sausage gravy you
Yeah.
encounter.
The term gravy is indicative with a lack of good eating. And then when you tie in the word sausage to it, it's like, what else are you going to put to make it sound like watch batteries? Like watch battery sausage gravy.
Oh my god!
This is really good for you.
And you smother it. I mean, like at breakfast, you had that burrito, and it was just smothered in sausage gravy.
It was unbelievable. So we went out twice since I've been here. Both times, man. This region, St. Louis, obviously you're famous for barbecue. Oh my God. What's that place called we went to? The
Beastcraft.
Beastcraft.
Impressive.
It's good barbecue.
Impressive, yes. I had the rib tips.
Yeah.
Mind blowing.
And the brisket, and they serve it to you on that tortilla, so you make that little brisket taco
Yes.
thing going on. Oh, delightful. Delightful.
Yeah.
The only thing I wish I would have done with that, I just hit it with sauce, and I ate it that way. The only thing I wish I would have done is maybe instead of hitting it with sauce, saved back some of my baked beans, thrown the baked beans
That
with
would have
it.
been good.
I think so. They have phenomenal beans. And that's
Yes.
rare. A lot of times at barbecue places, you find they make really good meat, but their sides are lacking. Or they make really good sides, but their meat is just kind of so-so. But, like, I'll give them credit. They have
Yeah.
both good meat and sides.
Yeah. No complaints. I'm very impressed, man. That was a great place.
Smoking Butts, Tap, and Ash, you guys accomplished both pretty well, too.
yeah. We were all
Um,
fat, and so
I'll never
We had
forget the day
proof.
when I first met you in St. Louis at that event. I was like, these guys.
is that the rolling event?
Yeah.
The
fucking-
you had the table
you had
set
the
up. I was like, oh my
Fucking
God.
Oh,
burnt,
yeah.
the burnt ends that were like candy. Yeah.
Yeah, we brought the goodness.
You did. You did. That's a good time. Trying to get you to come down to do it at Pulpit Fest.
We're sure going to try.
There's a little tease for everybody. I'm trying real hard to make sure I can get Dave down there to do some barbecue for Pulpit Fest this next year. October 1st through the 4th. Be watching. At some point, tickets may go on sale for an early pre-sale. So, just
Barbecue in the ocean.
keep watching. Well, I think it'd be fun. We did the VIP dinner this year. I mean, obviously we'll keep that. But that's one of the areas that I feel like for the actual event, not Thursday night, but for Friday, Saturday, for those days when everybody's hanging out and smoking a lot and everything else, everybody tends to go and find food at one of the places in the European Village, which I love because I like the fact that this event is spreading the love to other businesses within the village. It's not just confined to Ash and Ale. I want everybody to kind of benefit to some degree. And there is a nice variety of food within the village, but I think it would also take the event a level. I think it would level up the event to have some food available at the event for the attendees. And I think that's where Dave and his barbecue expertise could come into play.
That would be fun.
I tell you what, if Dave goes, I'm there. That's gonna seal the deal.
I thought the deal was already sealed.
It'll seal it extra, plus sausage gravy.
It'll close the envelope.
Sausage gravy. I mean, it's Florida. You should be able to find sausage gravy in Florida.
You think so?
It's south.
I bet no.
That might be a bit more of a, you should be able to find
I
sausage
think it's
gravy.
from us to like mid Mississippi, Alabama.
Really? You don't think Florida's a sausage gravy state?
I don't think so.
Well, Florida-based parishioners,
But
put
maybe.
something in the
Yeah, we
parishioner
need to know.
group and let us know, is Florida a sausage gravy state?
And we're talking white gravy. Like thick
Yeah.
white milk
With a tang.
gravy.
The one we had today it had a really good tang. Good
That was
flavor.
about perfect.
Yeah.
That was as good as it gets.
Now, speaking of Southern style, like breakfast and stuff, green tomatoes, fried green tomatoes. Is that something that's popular here? Because
Not
I've
as
had it
popular
Not
as
as
it
much
is further
here.
south.
further south. So I was in Louisville some years ago and had it for breakfast, and this is quite good.
Yeah.
I had a fried green tomato po' boy at PCA this year in New Orleans, and that was
sounds good.
delightful. That was a good sandwich.
I had a burger with some fried green tomatoes a few weeks ago
Yeah.
at a place, and it was very good.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that's more of a Kentucky, Arkansas, Alabama,
Okay.
Mississippi.
Okay, guys, look at this burn line. I mean, this.
Yeah,
is
I'm
sick.
giving this burn line a lot of credit. I was shitting on it in the beginning.
Yeah, mine's
that
good.
I had some runs. This thing is evened out. It is burning really, really well. The ash is a little fragile. I did ash mine already because I was getting little offshoots of flakiness to where I was worried that it was going to fall in the lap.
I have
But
zero fuzziness.
no, you're right. Yours is a very nice tight ash.
Was the fuzzy level like
Thanks, buddy.
a 2 out of 10?
I'd give my fuzzy level about a 4 out of 10. Actually, it
We
was
should have
enough.
a fuzzy scale.
The fuzzy scale. I would say it was a 4 out of 10 because it was fuzzing enough that I was concerned and figured I better ash it. Yours, there's a
I'm stacking,
few spots there, but generally you're stacking dimes over there, which
Yeah, it's a good burn.
that is a good burn.
The actual burn line itself is a little wavering, but that's normal for I think the caliber of what you're getting, right?
I'm actually really impressed with this.
So
Like-
off the light, I said I was getting some complexity, and I take that back. What I think I'm getting is something I'm not familiar with. Just it tastes new to me. Like
Okay.
I haven't got this flavor off a cigar before.
Do you find it sweet at all?
Very slightly.
Any saltiness at all?
There's a touch of saltiness, but it's continuing with the sour. Like not real sour, just kind of a little bit.
I will tell you the nasal pungentness I was talking about earlier is kind of faded. It's very creamy now.
Okay.
I'm still getting coffee-esque qualities. A little bit. And when I say soap, I say like floral, something mildly floral. This is a really good smoke.
The strength on the retrohale has picked up, and I do now get what you're saying about that kind of right in the back. It's not. I don't know. It might be more forward for you. For me, the floral is present. I feel like something else is in front of it, but the floral, especially on the back end of that retrohale, really comes through.
Yeah,
prominently
on the finish. Yep.
Yeah. So interesting. I like it a lot more than number 6. Cigar number 8 has a lot more going for it than cigar number 6. It's fundamentally different than cigar number 5. Cigar number 5 is the one that stands out amongst the 4 that we've smoked today as very different. That was the one that was very cocoa-y, much heavier in body. That was the one I said would be a 6 or 7 on the strength-o-meter. This one, I don't feel like this is a particularly strong cigar. I would put this maybe in between a 3 or a 4.
Yeah, I would.
Leaning more towards the 3 end than the 4 end.
I would agree. I see more of a higher body than strength.
Yeah.
Or it provides a little more flavor than strength.
Burn time wise, again, I'd say probably in the neighborhood of an hour. We're probably still sitting there with that, same time frame of the 2 or the cigar number 2 or cigar number 6, in that we would probably have about an hour out of it. Would you say?
This is a big cigar for me. I usually smoke primarily I smoke Robustos. This is an hour and a half plus.
Okay,
for myself, but that's really based on the person. It's based on, but it's burning medium. It's not fat. It's not.
On the retro, I almost get like a Yoo-hoo. The drink Yoo-hoo, like a hint of chocolate water.
A little particulate.
I don't know if
I'm not. I don't know. You don't have Yoo-hoo?
Listen, man, you don't ketchup chips, so okay.
And I'm sad about that. Truthfully, had I been remotely thinking, and also if I were still consuming chips, I probably would have told you to bring me some ketchup chips. But
I forgot. I was going to bring, instead of bringing goodies, I was going to bring Dave some more barbecue sauces. And it slipped my mind, so we'll have to bring some to Florida.
You would have forgotten the ketchup chips too, then. We finally got the all-dressed chips here in the States.
Where?
Oh, nice.
Where?
Yeah.
You go to the fucking grocery store.
Not where I'm at.
Big purple bags. They're all over the place.
Not where I'm at.
Well, they're here.
You might have to stop and get some.
I was going to say, you need to get some. I'm personally not the biggest fan of the all-dressed. I feel like that's too much.
I don't think I've ever had them.
It's just a giant flavor explosion of everything.
Okay.
It's like half barbecue and everything else. It's like someone dropped a couple of different containers at the factory and
all,
they were like,
all the powders.
This ain't bad.
But the ketchup chips, that's a unique flavor. Because there's a little like, I say it when I say this, there's a world market, but it's not world market like the chain that's called world market. It's like a global food kind of place over in St. Louis. And they have little single serving bags of, is it Walker's brand potato chips? It looks like the Lay's logo, but I think it's Walker's. And they're ketchup chips. And those are tasty little bastards. It's got that tomato flavor, but it's kind of a zingy, zippy kind of tomato flavor to it. And they're
good to use for fish batter. When you put a crumble on a fish, you take a rolling pin to some ketchup chips or some all dress, and you're what?
You have any idea how much shit I took about using ketchup on my fried fish? And you're talking about using ketchup flavored chips as the batter to fry fish.
Okay, we got to compare apples to apples here.
I don't know if this is too off. You're literally talking ketchup flavored chips on a fried fish for the batter, whereas I'm saying take a fried fish, dip it in some ketchup.
I see.
I don't think it's too far off.
Ketchup's like tomato syrup.
Yeah, ketchup's, yeah.
It's
Highly
pretty-
addictive.
I'm not a big fan.
I like it. It's pretty universal. It's not completely universal, but like most fried foods, I feel like you can use ketchup.
I tend to go more towards the mustard dip
Oh, I don't like
or
mustard.
ranch.
That's probably why you like that sauce I got you there last time.
Yes.
It's a mustard base.
It's very vinegary and either that or horseradish. That's where I tend to go. My friend Monty,
Hey, you and I don't jive on sauces.
it's hard to go to breakfast with him because he puts ketchup on everything.
See, I do not put ketchup on eggs. That's one thing I do
It's
see
like-
that a lot. People put ketchup on their eggs. I'm like,
No good.
I don't need that. I don't even put ketchup on like my hash browns or anything like that.
No.
I don't really use ketchup at breakfast. It's not a breakfast sauce.
I'm a hot sauce guy. Big
I
time.
love
Yeah.
hot sauce.
Interesting.
Yeah, at one point I was considering starting a new Instagram account called My Sauce 35 millimeter, reviewing hot sauces.
Okay. I was to say, you need to clarify.
Yeah,
What is that account going to do?
Man, I stepped into that one again.
God, it's like, I mean, you are the guy that does have the Cumulus Phallus account.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take that down pretty soon. I thought it was going to go global, like just blow up. I think I have 11 followers.
There's less.
I'm one of them.
I mean, I follow it. I will say
two of 11 are here.
the one that you posted recently, I feel like there was a bit of a stretch because you had to connect two clouds that were separated to make the penis.
What I should have done is put a sword and made it a severed penis.
Oh, see, there you go. Or a chainsaw in the case of the
Oh my
movie last
God.
night.
There was a lot of severed penis last night.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that he. I don't know. He ass fucked that guy with a chainsaw last night.
Yeah, all the way to his up, like his large intestine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I hate
Yeah.
that. That was not a pleasant movie.
They're one of the more
You're not
disturbing.
going to watch the first two.
No, I have no desire. Like we were even talking about it on the way home. It's like there's obviously a through line. There's a story to these, because you've got this like what's the word I'm looking for? There's a point to like the history of these characters and
There's
the
a lore.
mythology, a mythology to it, to where it's like, you've got a story that has been building over the course of 3 films. And I feel a little lost coming in on the third one. But on the flip side, I don't give 2 shits about finding out about that. And I certainly am not going to do it if I have to sit through that amount of gore from the first, I'm just not going to do it.
Well, here the third one's the craziest one.
I don't care. They're all like,
To me, it's a complex story about love and hate. There's some nuances of great care and love, and a great deal of hate. So it's the most
Great deal
disturbing
of
thing.
hate.
The most
Great
disturbing
deal.
thing is the kids, right? Like,
Yeah.
the whole kid thing. I can't handle
we
it.
did not need to do that.
But once you took a big piece of glass and proceeded to, I'll use a term because it's a proper term to use, fornicate yourself with,
Yep.
and enjoyed this
Yeah.
procedure, leaving gore everywhere on the floor. I was like, I don't think you could take it higher than this.
Mm-mm.
I think I'll pass on that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't.
I would recommend most people do.
Look at this ash, dude.
You have look at this.
This is freaking solid, buddy.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
impressive.
That's a well-built cigar.
Now watch, it's going to tumble right on his gut.
I'm putting it down just because.
I do have to give a shout out to Graffalo there for that wine, the wine
A little
cup.
tumbler cup thing. Yeah.
There's nothing worse or nothing funnier than drinking fine wines and watching viciously.
Was it a fine wine?
By fine, I mean spelled FINEW2. Like it's spelled differently.
It was.
It was a last minute thing that.
Well, yeah, it was an impulse buy at the register at Total
Yeah.
Wine, is what it was.
Hey, this thing's 46 cents for 3 liters.
It wasn't that cheap.
No,
was it?
no, it wasn't.
I was gonna say, I'm like, good God, dude.
So we make my family. My dad is Italian, from Italy, and we make our own wine. So that's considered like a table wine.
Okay.
And then I go from there. I'll grab bottles here and there and enjoy them. But yeah, this was not a. It matched the movie. How's that?
There you go.
But perfect night. It's nice and cool.
Oh, the temperature.
No bugs.
We could not have had a nicer night to sit out. I just wish we had a nicer double feature than we did. But, unfortunately, it's the second to last weekend of the season. They are doing their whole Halloween thing. So I knew it was going to be some sort of, horror movie related. I just really wish it would have been better ones, but such is life.
Indeed.
Sad part is next weekend is the really good weekend to go. I have my son and you're not here, but next weekend is when they're doing that triple feature on each screen. And they had, what was it?
I remember Ghostbusters.
Hotel Transylvania, Ghostbusters and the Addams Family, and then It Chapter 1, Exorcist, and Slumber Party Massacre on the other screen.
Now that sounds like a movie with boobs.
Oh, I can almost guarantee
that's
there's
a
some boobs in
standard.
that.
That's a standard.
I mean...
Classic.
I've never seen it, but you
Neither.
can almost guarantee there's boobs in Slumber Party Massacre.
I mean, there better be.
You would think. I mean, let's be real. I hate to admit just how old I was when I, finally had to accept the fact that when a group of women get together and have a slumber party, it doesn't automatically devolve into naked pillow fights. So
What are you saying?
apparently I've been told this is not the case. Now, maybe they're lying to me to make
Stop
me,
trying to ruin my vision.
Dude, I'm just telling you, I have been informed this is not the case. Now, maybe it's a deep secret within the female community that they want to keep hidden from us.
I think so.
And so they're lying to me,
That has to be it.
I'm guessing. I would like to believe that that's the case.
Yeah, a lot of giggling. Slumber party, bury some sleeping bags. And oh my God, I forgot mine. Oh, it's okay. You can borrow mine. You can use mine with me. And then it's like, can I try your bra on? Because that's a nice bra you got.
I mean, and then at some point, somebody's like, I really want to make out with Steve, but I don't know if I'm good at kissing. Well, here you can practice on me. And then it just goes from there.
And it becomes a love story as well.
Lots of love, not as much hate.
A lot less hate.
A lot less hate. Well, Dave, you have all four of your cigars put down, so I'm guessing we're probably about the point in time that we need to start,
I'm trying to pace myself.
making some determinations.
You guys smoke a whole lot more than I do,
Well, it's all right.
so I don't want to tap out.
Well, no, this is good because we, there's me who, my God, look, this is going to be a heavy smoking day. Although, in all fairness, odds are good. I'm not finishing 10 cigars today.
Right.
So that's okay.
I'd say what we've done so far is about a cigar.
Yeah,
Worth.
probably.
Yeah,
Ish.
maybe slightly over, but yeah, I'd say.
Yeah, 10
About.
10 Toro days sounds scary to me.
Yes.
But all right. So I think we're at the point. I mean, for God's sakes, we're at 2 hours now. So, we need to come to some sort of conclusion for this round. Let's go through this cigar one more time. I mean, I think we kind of did burn time. Not super complex. I still stick with my 3 to 4 for strength. So okay. Taking all that into account. What are your, Dave, I'm going to start with you.
Okay.
You want me to start with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, I'm going to start with you. Taking into account all 4 cigars that you have smoked, and the criteria that we have given, we're looking for a numerical score for each one.
Okay.
1 to 100 or 0 to 100.
I'm going to score this like, would I smoke it again on that sort of scale?
Well, but we're looking for the number because we're going to average this up.
That's how I'm going to number them.
Okay.
So, I'll start with number 2, I guess, right? Number 2, I'm going to give an 87.
All right. That's a solid score.
I would totally spend my money on that cigar.
Yeah.
I would smoke it repeatedly. Where are we at here? Number five. I'm going big on this one. I'm going 95.
Ooh, he liked number 5.
That hit all the categories for me. It was very good. I'm going to write down what that one is, and that one's going to be purchased at home.
Okay.
Then we're going to go with number 6. I'm going 60.
Wow.
Oh, number 6 did not do well.
It started off okay, but then immediately just cracked in half. And then the flavor was very, very one note, just cigar flavor. Never varied whatsoever. And there was like not a good pepper necessarily. It was like a pepper spice that was just kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Like it just stayed there with my mouth. Just did not go away no matter what.
Mouth. Anyway, sorry.
In my mouth. So yeah, that's the loser. The last one was unique to me. I'm gonna give that one like an 83.
All right.
I would
so
smoke
just a
it
smidge
again.
off of the 2.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't necessarily buy it often, but if I smoked it, I would enjoy it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just go down the panel here if you don't mind. I'll go ahead and go next. Starting off at number 2. I enjoyed it. I thought number 2, despite the fact that I had a couple wrapper I'm trying not to judge based off wrapper tears because again, I don't know. I don't know where they came from and the condition and, whatever else. So really, it'll play in, but it won't be like a huge factor for me. I thought that the creaminess on number 2 was good. I thought that it did have some, changes to it. It was not the same thing all the way through. Whereas I do feel like the other ones, based upon the portion that I smoked, and everything else, I do feel like the other ones generally didn't have a lot of variation. They were what they were. And if you liked it, great. If you didn't like it, then you're stuck. But number 2, I did feel like had some variation to it. The draw on number 2 was really good. I'm going to give number 2, a solid 90. I'm going to go a 90 for number 2. For number 5, I dug number 5. I'm kind of like with you. You said this earlier. Visually looking at number 5, I initially was like, okay, this might be a drastic change from number 2. And it was, but it was in a more positive way than I initially thought. Complexity to it, I don't feel was high. I feel like it was what it was. But what it was good. I didn't mind what it was. I am trying to remember. I enjoyed number 5. I don't quite know if I enjoyed number 5 as much as number 2 though. You obviously
really
went the opposite way. So I'm actually going to give number 5 an 88. I feel like number 5 is just a smidge under number 2. Number 2, I felt like is one that I could burn through. Number 5 is one that I feel like over the course of a day, I could burn through 3 or 4 of those and be perfectly happy with it. Number 5, I feel like if I have one of that for the day, I think it's a very pleasant cigar. I don't know if I would want to revisit number 5 multiple times in a day.
Okay.
I agree with you on that one for sure. Yeah.
Number 6, I did not like. Number 6 was it had that chemically kind of aftertaste to it. It did. I know you say you didn't get it, but like I had a pepper experience with it. Right off the bat, there was something with the draw to where I had to like kind of pull on it in order to get it going. Number 6, I'm not going to go as low as a 60, but I would probably go, I'm going to go more like a 70 for number 6. Number 8 wasn't bad. Again, wasn't anything particularly spectacular. It had some flavor notes that stood out. I did get your floral note on the after or the retrohale near the as I kept going on the finish. It again, it wasn't bad. I don't know if I liked it as much as number 2 and number 5. But I would put number 8. I'd give number 8 an 85. I would actually say 85 for number 8. And so yeah, so in my I think realistically we went 2, 5, 8, 6 would be my sequence for the day.
Alrighty. For me, I'll keep it already a long show here. I'm trying to keep it short, but as far as every cigar we've smoked today, you kind of get what you pay for. The construction was a little bit a lower grade. There's some cracking and stuff, some uneven burns, but in general, everything kept up and we smoked through them. The first one we smoked, number 2, was medium, creamy, had a sweet component to it, a wafer component, a little pepper, a little bit of nut. It was a good cigar, good draw. Something I'd probably smoke regularly if, I wouldn't be scared to buy something like that, but I gave it a 75. Okay. So as I add all these 3 together, I'll just give you the average between the 3 of us, which gives us an 84.
Okay.
For number 2. Number 5, which is up my alley. Again, this is our preference, right? So
yeah,
basically number 2, number 5, or number 2, number 6, number 8 were very much in the creamy, Connecticut-y, like lighter wrapper zone, where this one was a little more of a flavor bomb, dark, some cocoa, some baker spices, very oily and sweet, medium plus, kind of more up my alley. So I give that one an 80. And, with all of our scores, average is 87.6.
Okay.
Number 6, was, I didn't get that pepperish chemical you guys were getting, but I thought it was mild plus, creamy. Construction was a little bit off on that. But it wasn't complex. It was very monotone. It was just like that's not a, if that's what you're looking for, that's what you'd like. But I did give it a 72, which gives us an average, our lowest average of 67.3.
You and I took the average down on that one.
Yeah, we shit on that one.
Yeah. And then the last one was great. It was mild plus. It had some pungency and nasal, some soapy kind of floral qualities on the finish, coffee, salty and sweet in the palate, great draw. Just a good cigar considering obviously its price point. So I give that one a 79, which gives us an average of 82.3. 82.3. Okay. So basically the first one, again, 84 average. The fifth one, which is the one that's a little different than the others, 87.6. We got number 6, we got 67.3, the lowest. And then the last one, 82.3.
All right. So that means number 5 is the cigar that is moving on to the championship round in the episode that will come out a week from when this episode comes out. But now, I think at the...
I want to say one thing before you open it up.
Okay.
Number 2, 5, and 8 all had one outstanding quality to me apiece.
Okay.
They were all different. Like, I love the complexity and how it changed on number 2.
Okay.
Number 5, it was just good. It was just a very good cigar. And I liked the rustic quality of the construction. And number 8 the construction on mine was rock solid, man. Just
You did have a hell of an ash going on that.
yeah.
So that's solid.
He's got one hell of an ash.
He must work out. Not often.
All right. So before I open up the envelope, I'm going to go ahead and point out that you can follow me on social media on Instagram at The Cigar Pulpit. You can follow us on Facebook with the Pulpit Parishioners group. You can get in on that. It's a private group. Just ask for entry and you'll get in there. Twitter/X, I'm on there. You can watch this on Rumble and YouTube. And if you use Spotify, I do Spotify video as well as audio. I do need your calls for the Ask the Pulpit hotline. Give us a call. Area code 863-874-0000. That's 863-874-0000. And you guys, in terms of your social media, Dave?
Red Banana Art on just about every platform, and Red Banana Toys as well on Facebook for my resale business.
Okay. And then Luke?
I am MySticks 35 millimeter on basically on Instagram. I'm on X as well, but I don't know how well that's doing as far as for cigar content, but I still am there as well if that's your thing. And please follow, because it's difficult with Instagram, obviously with shadow banning and tobacco and stuff. So
Yeah.
put it out there amongst your cigar smoking buddies. Follow, support, and not only do you get my content or whatever, but I'm also posting other people's content, right? And where to find good smokes and good reviews.
There you go. Gentlemen, you want to find out what we just smoked?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. All right. So we are
Very excited.
ripping open the envelope for Group A. So let me go ahead and start with the lowest average, which was cigar number 6.
Cigar 6.
That would be the La Aurora, Connecticut.
Wow.
So cigar 6 was the La Aurora, Connecticut. Next up would be the number 8.
Number 8.
All right, guys. I'm going to surprise you. I'm going to surprise everybody here.
Oh, goodness.
Number 8 was the Havana Q Quorum
That is a shocker.
from
man.
J.C. Newman. The La Aurora, Connecticut scored significantly lower than the Havana Q Quorum. Now, I will say the Havana Q Quorum was also the most affordable cigar out of all 8 that we are smoking today. That one came in, I feel like I bought those Toros for, well, I know it was less than $3. It might even be less than $2.50.
Man.
That says a lot for the, who is it, J.C. Newman?
J.C. Newman.
Yeah, that says a lot of manufacturing.
Very nice.
So the Havana Q Quorum came in 3rd for today. In second place with an average of 84 was cigar number 2, and that would be the United Natural Toro.
Nice.
So, you know, I smoked the hell out of Uniteds, and what did I say? I said I could smoke like 3 or 4 of these in a day.
I would really like to go all the way through that cigar.
That makes a lot of sense now, knowing that was the United Toro, because I have had days where I've smoked like 3 or 4 of those.
Yeah.
So,
And
yeah.
you know how we were going back?
Yeah.
Like, it says a lot for the cigar when you're like, you know, it says a lot for it, because like the flavor profile was very nice.
And then cigar number 5, the one that will be going on to the
Number 5.
championship round, was the CAO Fasa Sol.
Wow.
The CAO Fasa, F-A-S-A Sol, was cigar number 5, and that will be in the championship round. That will be in the episode that comes out a week from when this episode comes out. So,
What's the price point on that one?
that one was under $8. It was 7 something for
Okay.
the stick. And again, I did verify, you know, through Google what the MSRP of each cigar was, and that one does have an MSRP under $8. So, yep. So the CAO Fasa Sol takes the win for this round. Next round we will be smoking another 4, and determining the winner there. And then the final episode of this will be the two head-to-head and seeing how they stack up against each other. So, gentlemen, thank you so much for taking time out today to do this. This was fun.
It was fun.
Thank you. It was awesome.
All right. Well, guys, stay tuned for our next episode where we will smoke the remaining 4 and determine what's going to be moving on to the championship round. Guys, this has been another sermon from the Cigar Pulpits. I'm Nick.
I'm Dave.
I'm Luke.
Everybody stay safe and stay smoky. Go get some sausage gravy.
Nothing creamy.
Sausage gravy.